I'm fine. Good. For today, I prepared a lesson on location, size, and shape of Ethiopia. We are going to discuss or learn about this point. So you have to listen carefully. All right. Before I explain the location, size, and the shape of Ethiopia, you have to know the meaning of what location is first of all. As you can see from the screen, location, it is a place where a particular point or object exists. This is a definition of location. So it can be expressed in two ways, as relative or absolute or astronomical location. So what does relative location means? Relative location is the position of a place in relation to the location of other geographical features. This geographical feature can be country, or it can be another landmass, or it can be water body. So you have to know this. And again, relative location can be expressed in two ways: vicinal location and strategic or natural or geological or global locations. So let me define what vicinal location is. Vicinal location shows the location of a country in relation to neighboring countries. Look, this is specific. The location of a country in relation to neighboring countries. Example, Ethiopia is found south of Eritrea. Ethiopia is found west of Djibouti. Ethiopia is found north of Kenya, like that. This is what you call it, vicinal location. On the other hand, strategic location shows the location of a country in relation to water bodies and land masses. You have to know this one. Example, Africa is found south of Mediterranean Sea, or Africa is found northwest of Indian Ocean, or Africa is found east of Atlantic Ocean. We can explain it like this. On the other hand, absolute location means it expressed as a geographical extent in terms of latitude and longitude. This is a basic difference. As I mentioned before, relative location is the location of a place relative to other landmass or water bodies. But this one is expressed by using latitude and longitudes. So having this idea in mind, let me explain the location of Ethiopia. The relative location of Ethiopia, specifically vicinal location of the country. Ethiopia is, as you know, it is the biggest country in the Horn of Africa and the 10th largest country in Africa and the 25th largest country in the world. However, this country is landlocked, surrounded by 6 neighboring countries. Each neighboring country of Ethiopia shares different lengths of boundary. As you know, before Sudan divided into two, Sudan was a country which shares the longest boundary with Ethiopia, but now this is different, and Somalia shares the longest boundary with Ethiopia. And I will explain, and I will show you from this screen which country has the longest boundary line with Ethiopia and which country has the shortest boundary line with Ethiopia. The total length of Ethiopian boundary line is 5,260 kilometers surrounding, which means, and Ethiopia shares the longest boundary with Somalia, the longest boundary line, which is, as I mentioned, 1,600 kilometers. As I said, the neighboring or the bordering country of Ethiopia: first Somalia, South Sudan, Eritrea, Kenya, Sudan, and Djibouti. These are the neighboring countries. Example, Somalia shares 1,600 kilometers, and it is found west and northwest of Ethiopia, which means, Somalia is found in southeastern direction from Ethiopia. So when you see the location of Ethiopia being in Somalia, Ethiopia is found west and northwest of Somalia. You have to know this one. On the other hand, South Sudan is found on the northeast of, Ethiopia is found on the northeast of South Sudan. And again, Ethiopia is found south of Eritrea, north of Kenya, east and southeast of Sudan, west of Djibouti, and blah blah. From this map, what you can clearly understand is the yellow side. Ethiopia is found south of Eritrea, of course, you can see from the map, and Kenya on the south, South Sudan on the west, and Sudan on the northwest, and Djibouti in the east. From this, what you can understand here, Djibouti is a country which is the smallest country in the Horn of Africa and shares the shortest boundary line with the country, almost 310 kilometers. And Somalia, on the other hand, we have 1,600 kilometers, which shares the longest boundary line. So my dear students, this is the lesson for today. I hope you have clear understanding. Almost I explained the location and the size of Ethiopia. As I told you, Ethiopia, the total area of Ethiopia is 1,106,000 square kilometers, and the shape of Ethiopia is, on the other hand, compact, more or less circular, which means the distance from north up to south and east west of the country is almost equal, very close to each other. That's why Ethiopia has a compact shape. And thank you very much for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and share for your friends, and make sure that you subscribe. And this is for today. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you so much.